Hey everyone! Welcome, welcome. Yes, Shayna. Nap time hustle, that's right. So I thought I gave myself 30 minutes would be good enough to get ready to actually get going, and I'm still trying to do computer work. Hi Laura, hi Kelly. Trying to get going right now. I have my machines on and I'm trying to get all my files sent over right now so I can get started. Hey Shayna. Nothing's cooperating today. Is everyone else having a good day or bad day? Hi Alyssa, hi Nancy. I'm going to get started here in a few minutes. Alright, those are going. That's good, Dawn. Hi from London, welcome. And Treasured Memories by Anne, hello from Canada. Welcome, guys. I see what the problem is. My internet's downstairs. What? Listen while you work. That's usually what I'm doing. I usually listen to lives while I'm actually trying to get stuff done. Like I said, I'm going to get going here in a few minutes, but... Oh, you're fine, Shayna. It's literally just my internet in my basement is kind of a little spotty. So I was trying to get my desktop pulled up so I could read comments, but I can read them from my phone. It's not a big deal. Alyssa, third day of rain here, so kids are antsy. Yeah, I bet. I'm so glad it's finally getting nice weather out here. I have a 1-year-old daughter, for those of you that don't know. I set her water table out just a little bit ago, so it's warming up. So when she's up from her nap, we're gonna go outside and play in the water. She loves it. Hi Liz, welcome. All right, well, here we go. I think it's connected finally. No rain in Las Vegas. Has not rained for months. That's the crazy thing. I know other places in the U.S. are having major droughts, and we have had so much rain. Like in the past 2 or 3 weeks, we've only had a couple really nice days where it hasn't rained. But the next couple weeks look good, so. Like, I think I probably lost 2/3 of my garden because we've just had too much moisture. Everything's like died. Our soil doesn't drain well. Becky, same in Texas, rain every day. Yeah, it's been, I mean, it's a good thing, but dang. In moderation would be nice. Hi, Veronica. All right, so I'm going to get you guys moved over and go ahead and get the machines going. Like I said, this is going to be a work with me. I'm going to try to get some orders done. I'm actually not super busy right now. It always really slows down for me in the summer months. So it's kind of actually nice, a nice little break. But I do have some orders that I really need to get finished and get shipped out. Let's see if I can put you guys on the stand without dropping anything. There we go. Sorry, it's a little shaky. That looks pretty good. You turn just a little bit. All right, can you guys hear me okay? Good. Awesome, good. Hopefully that you can still hear me once I get going. Hi, Beth. Welcome. I'm just getting started on orders. Let's see. Struggling. I've got 3 kids' shirts that I need to get out today, definitely during nap time, and then 2 jackets I really need to do. That shouldn't be a problem, except I left the jacket upstairs. And then I can only do a couple more of my other orders because I messed up and I thought I'd ordered them and I didn't. So then I ordered them yesterday. They should have been here today. And like 10 minutes before the UPS truck got here, I get an email saying, sorry, your delivery's been pushed back till tomorrow. So. Hi, Barbara. So I have a dinosaur shirt, like a police dad shirt, and a Big Brother shirt to do for sure. Hi, Trisha. Sherilyn, it's like usually an hour and a half to 2 hours, sometimes 2.5 or 3. Yesterday it was 3. I'm hoping for at least 2. Barbara, welcome. Yes, see if anyone's live while you're doing invoicing. That's what I do. I watch other people live while I'm trying to work. I think someone else was live. Was it So Crafty Teacher? I didn't realize she was going to be live when I went ahead and scheduled this. Like, I didn't even look. I just knew I needed to motivate myself to get working today. Yes, I'm very lucky. She naps really well. She's 1. She just turned 1 back in March, but she dropped down to 1 nap. Like, she was like 10 months old. I thought it was way too early, but honestly, it's worked out really well because then she actually takes a longer nap versus 2 really short naps. Because before, she might have napped for half an hour each time. Now I get, like I said, it's usually an average of 2 hours. You miss naps? I want to take a nap with her. In fact, I don't put her down to nap. Like, she won't fall asleep on her own. I rock her. I usually fall asleep rocking her to sleep. Yes, I've watched some of Alicia's stuff with her sublimation. I have a sublimation printer. I just don't use it. I should. Yes. Naps are awesome. See if I have some already prepped. I don't know if that's going to be enough or not. Beth, I actually have a sawgrass, so it does the daily maintenance, so they don't dry out, but it does waste a lot of a lot of ink that way. I do use it maybe every couple weeks, but I just need to list stuff for sale with it. Alyssa, yeah, yeah, just blends right in, right? Need a certain fabric. So this first one I'm working on is a dinosaur one, and I made this one so long ago. Do y'all remember when chevron was like the cool thing? This birthday shirt has a chevron print in it, and like in the past 6 months, this shirt has started selling again. It just surprises me every time it sells, but it's selling all the time again, and I don't understand. I want to remake it. I needed to make the time to remake the same design in like an updated print. But it has this for the number, which is actually kind of cute, but I feel like it would sell better without the chevron. What is going on? It stitched that whole outline. I can't believe it didn't stop. It wasn't catching the bobbin thread. Hi, Michelle. I am working on 3 birthday shirts, and then if I can get files set up and going, I have some jackets I need to work on too, but I don't have most of my supplies because I messed up when I ordered and didn't order the right things. So I don't usually have my iron over here, but just for a short time. Yeah, it is cute for chevron. I just feel like the chevrons, I don't know, I just feel like that was kind of the popular thing back when I first started, and you don't really see it a lot now. Hey Patricia, welcome. actually prefer using an iron to do my heat and bond. That way I feel like I can press the fabric a little better. Because mine's all folded in drawers, so it gets a little wrinkly. My week's not been too bad. I kind of feel like I'm all over the place today. Like I can't get my focus, can't get things going the right direction today so far. But how's your week going, Patricia? Seriously, like, I don't know what my problem is. Like, I ordered the wrong stuff earlier this week. I had to reorder things. God, I can't get it all together this week. And today's no better, but that's why I'm actually on today. Like, I need to get these done, and I know if I don't have the accountability right now, I'm probably just gonna not get them done. It must be in the air or something. Anytime there's a holiday week, I always feel like I'm a day behind on everything. Yes, like yeah, I feel you on that. I'm very much, like, I like my normal schedule. I'm a very scheduled-oriented person, just personality-wise, what works best for me. So yeah, anytime, even though I didn't take the day off really, I mean, or do anything different, just knowing it was a holiday just threw me off, I think. All right, so there's that. So the next one I have is, let's do that one next. It's going to take a while. Coco, we're in retrograde. Everything is going wrong. I believe that right now. Well, Dawn, I don't like to hear that, but I'm glad it's not just me at the same time. I think we all need a vacation. I could go for a vacation. My husband had vacation like 2 weeks ago, and we honestly just stayed home and did projects. If we had almost booked a last-minute trip to Florida, because flights were cheap, we could find a place to stay, but we couldn't find a rental car. It was insane. Like, there were no rental cars within 40 miles of the airport. So we ended up just not going. And now I wish we would have, because let me tell you, I could have used a couple days on the beach. Sorry, Kelly. I'm using you guys to motivate me. So hopefully I'm going to motivate you. I'm pushing through, but it's been a rough week. Like, and nothing terribly went wrong. It's just like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Everything I do. Or touch, or anything. Oh, Dawn, I'm jealous that you live in Florida. That would be my dream. The Michelle, I kind of wondered if that might be the cause of that. It seemed like I had checked a couple weeks before, like a month before, or when we wanted to go, and the only thing we could get then was like a convertible, or a two-door Corvette, which one, were expensive, and two, we have a baby. That's just not going to work. But there were still ones like off-site of the airport. So I'm like, well, maybe we can just, you know, we'll figure it out. And then when it came time, we decided to just go ahead and do it, and there was nothing anywhere. So we ended up not going. Beth, I'm actually going to redo this one. I'm using both poly mesh, which is a cutaway, and then a light tearaway as well. I'm only going to redo this one because it is a super dense, all embroidery design. There's no applique, and I always put an extra piece of poly mesh with this design, and I forgot. Disney? That's kind of cool. But I could see where you just want to get out of there. See, we kind of live in the middle of nowhere, basically. But living in the middle of nowhere is the place to be, for sure. Like, I really wouldn't trade it for anything, but at the same time, I do kind of miss some of the conveniences of living elsewhere. Alright, I'm going to move you guys back up a little bit. I understand they probably did have to sell some of their vehicles to pay for things when no one was traveling, but dang, things are picking up. Sorry, I'm trying to, you guys just a little bit higher. Now you're crooked, sorry. That's better. Everyone there's in Los Angeles, everyone's in a rush to the next red light. I've never like lived in the city, but I lived in like Chicago suburbs when I was in college, and it's a fun place to visit. I don't know that I'd want to live there though. I don't think I can do it. It's not for me. I grew up in the middle of nowhere. I live in the middle of nowhere now. That's my preference. Bye, Sherilyn. Barbara, yeah, we get 4 seasons, but here in Illinois, like, we get the big swing seasons, like, super duper hot, like, humid summers, but then we get the pretty cold, snowy, wintry winters, too. So we definitely get all seasons, but we get those swings. Around here is like, I don't know, 30,000, and we have Walmart. We do have a Hobby Lobby, we have a Joann's, but for like regular shopping, we have like a local grocery stores or like regional chains, and then we have Walmart. We don't even have a Target. My files set up for the jackets, I'm going to get another applique going on my 6 needle. I don't usually use it for applique, but it only has 2 colors, so, and one's already on there. So I'm going to use my jerky hoops because I only have 2 of my mighty hoops, because I usually only use these 2 machines. Before I had Mighty Hoops, this is all I used, so. It sounds like we do live in the same town. Yeah, it's about a 30 to 40 minute drive for Walmart, and it's, yeah, at least an hour maybe an hour and a half to Target. Yeah. Oh, Dawn, yeah, traffic, yuck. That'd be a bummer to know that you're so close and that it's yet still so far away. Barbara, yeah, I do a lot of online shopping. You live about 2 hours away from the beach. Jealous. I like having the seasons here, but that would be my dream, is to live somewhere where I'm close to the beach. And by the way, when I say I like seasons, I hate winter. I could do without the cold. But the cooler, I could see liking the cooler weather, like in the spring and the fall, but I don't like winter. Kids hate going to the beach? Goodness. I probably love it so much only because I've been, I don't know. I never went to the beach until I was in college. Or out of college. I wasn't even in college anymore. I don't use earbuds because I can't find any that fit in my ear and actually stay, and I've tried all the things. I have one pair of Samsung ones that are like corded, but I can't really use those. I'm trying out this little headset thing. I don't even know if it's working. Like, it's on, It's connected to my phone. I don't know if the microphone's working though. But on a normal day, no, I don't use anything. In my ear. Like I have tried, I just ordered several from Amazon and I shipped them, I just returned them all today because they won't even semi-balance in my ear. Trisha, it does get a little loud. I work in my basement though and I keep my door open to my office. I feel like that helps. If I have to close it for any reason, like there's people working down here or stuff's going on, that's when it gets really loud. Having the little bit bigger open space and the door open makes it bearable. It's loud. All right. The next shirt set up for myself, or the file for the next shirt. It's a unicorn birthday shirt. It's a number I've never made before though, so I'm kind of starting from scratch. I don't have one I can just pull up and like change the colors on, so I've got to go through and change all the colors on it. Headphones that do that, they hook around your ear. I wonder if maybe I should try those. I did not order it that style. I was hoping I could find something that would just fit in my ear and stay, but hi Jamie, welcome. Yes, Barbara, it feels like it takes forever. Like, I leave, once I get one set up, like, especially birthday shirts, like, I save it, and then, you can just switch out the color, switch out the name. That's pretty quick and easy, but setting it up that first time just takes forever. Especially if you don't use, like, the default colors, and, like, I like to go in and rearrange things so it stitches out how I want them to. Combine, like this is the number 9. It stitches out the number and then it goes back and does this, like the center of the 9 in a separate step. There's no need for that. So I go and fix it because I like to try to have them stitch as efficiently as possible. this one. So, beginner mistake, I didn't have my design set right. Wasn't paying attention. And there's no salvaging this one. That's what happens. That right there just describes how my week's going. Jennifer, you should have corrected me. Dang. Oh well. You know what? It happens. More embarrassing than anything, but it's what it is. That's what I get for not paying attention. Yeah, it's always when you're rushing, when you need to hurry, when you're not paying attention. Yeah. All right. So, this one's going to go in the oops drawer, and next time I have to test out a sample, we'll use the perfectly good back of the shirt. That one's a pretty quick stitch out. I should fix the design before it messes up again. So I rarely use water-soluble stabilizer on my designs, but this one's going to stitch out a really thick badge. So I am going to put it over just where that area is stitching. But no, I don't use the 40 weight, I use the regular. Unless it's something I'm doing super duper tiny with a tiny font. But I have it to use, I just don't use it on normal everyday things. Try that again. hopefully at least another half an hour or so. 45 minutes, I don't know. It depends on how long my little girl sleeps. I haven't heard anything from her yet, though. Watching other people live, it just motivates me to get working, so I feel like I have someone to work with that way. Busy right now, but I'm still barely keeping up with orders. I need to get into gear again. Victoria, I use they're like a light bulb point. They're made for the Brother machines. Let's see if I have that. I buy them 100 at a time. It's these EBBR organ needles. It might be backwards for you, but these ones are specifically made for the Brother and Baby Lock 6 and 10 needles, so that's what I use. I'm going to trim it this time. With those organ ones. I'll be honest, I don't change them nearly as much as I should, but they do really well, so. Much, much, much better this time. And like I said, I don't use water-soluble stabilizer on a lot of things, but I do on this design for under that badge, just because it's so dense. And that's actually the reason why I use 2 pieces of poly mesh stabilizer too. It's that badge. That's good to know, Barbara, that you can use them in other machines too. I just know that they say that they're specifically made for the brothers, so it's good to know. Barbara, yes, that's a good point. The more needles you have, you can set up some with sharp and some with ballpoint. Or, like someone asked earlier about the 40 weight thread, I could put the 40 weight thread on, like, I only have it in white and black. I could put that on 2 needles and keep the regular thread weight on the other needles. Hopefully sometime soon I'll get a commercial machine. Hi Sam, welcome. Hi Sandra. Nancy, the poly mesh I use is from All Stitch. It's just the standard, I don't know what they call it. Let me see what they call it. See if I can post a link to it. They call it sheer stitch, no show poly mesh. I just sent a link for it. They have, I use the cut or the pre-cuts just because I'm lazy. I don't know. Honestly, it's probably more economical to get the rolls. I do keep some rolls, but I like the pre-cut in those. They have a ton of different sizes, though. That's why I like theirs best. But if you don't have your needle threader and your machine comes unthreaded, you can just pull down on the actual needle bar and just poke the thread around it. Your finger. My needle threader is actually right there, but it's just as fast and easy for me now to do that I don't even bother with it. Colors I did it in. The Etsy picture. So I have several different colorways of it. And I've never used this number before. It's a number 9 birthday shirt. I don't do those very often. Yellow and aqua next. my daughter a couple of trips the day before yesterday though with it, so getting there. Jeanette, I use poly mesh on the actual shirt, and then I also use a tearaway stabilizer to help hoop it. I like that combination best. Amber's working on orders. Bonnie, your full-time job at the office. I love it. And Dawn, wishing you get caught up to make samples. Me too. Seriously, I should be caught up right now, and I just... It's like the slower I am, the slower I move. Ordered today, Tumblr, that's fun. Expense report for your full-time job. That does not sound like something that would be fun for me either. Marissa, you're sublimating coffee mugs? That's cool. Do you have a mug press or do you use like an oven? You'd rather be embroidering, yes. I am so thankful that this is my job now. I used to work as a nurse, which I loved one of my nursing jobs. I did not love my last job. It was a job. It made it easier to leave, so. Stitch Lab, I just have these 3 here. I have 2 Brother 10 needles and 6 needles. I technically have a couple single flatbed machines too, but I don't use them. Once I was married and able to go on insurance, I quit. Glue, paper, scissors. Do you do Etsy ads? Sometimes. I have them going in my kids shop right now. I think it's $8 a day. And they're not really paying off right now. A lot of times they do, but I don't know. I think it's my slowest time of the year. So I might honestly shut those off since I'm not seeing a return. My monogram shop where I do like a lot of my nurse jackets, I don't have them on right now. I was so busy that I just couldn't keep up, so I turned them off. And since things have really slowed down, I might actually turn those back on in place of the other ones. I do find that they're worth it though, sometimes. Stitch Lab, do permitting, and stare at a computer all day. Yes, that computer work is just, I don't know what it is about it, it's draining, just sitting at a computer. My last job, even though I was a nurse, I was more in an office setting, like I did like education and more non-patient care, and that was more tiring than like out working, running around all day as a nurse. To me anyways, and it's definitely more tiring than this. But yeah, having 3 littles, that would make it more difficult too. I just have 1 for now, so it'll be even more difficult to kind of balance all that if and when we have more. My poly mesh that I use is not adhesive. I use adhesive spray on mine. You can get fusible poly mesh though that you can iron on. Yes, if you're able to, of course, build it in the side while still working that full-time job. That way you have the stability, you have the income, and you can use what you're making from your business to build it up, and then once you're, at that point where you're comfortable leaving, you're making enough, it makes it a lot easier, in my opinion. Like, had I not been already doing both full-time, I don't know that I would have left nursing at that point. But it's working 2 full-time jobs was basically too much, because I was doing a lot more orders back then for embroidery than I'm even doing now. Since I have my daughter home with me, I consider this almost more part-time now. I don't make as much a year, and I don't do nearly as much orders anymore, and that's okay. That's the season of life, and it's fine. It's a good thing. Barbara, that sounds like a pretty awesome job. Yes, thank you for your daughter. Labor and delivery was always my dream job, but that, at least around here, it's so difficult to get a labor and delivery nurse job. Done, yes, exactly. It pays to stay at that full-time job as long as you can, so you know you can do it. Like I said, from an income standpoint, I could have left a year and a half to 2 years probably before, but I wasn't in a place where I could do that with no benefits, and I did not want to do it without insurance. And at that time, insurance was on private insurance, which is not something I felt like I could afford. Birthday shirt on a size 6 shirt. Kind of makes me nervous. But I double checked with them, and they said they went on the measurements of the shirt, but it still makes me nervous. to, I really wanted to do labor and delivery. I was never able to. Right out of nursing school, I interviewed a couple times, but obviously they wanted someone with experience, and I get it. So I started in the ER, and I did not stay there long. That's not for everyone. But I learned a lot in a short period of time there. And then I went to a clinic job for over 5 years, and that's the job I actually loved. And then I went into like an education and like desk type job, and again, and that was not for me. But it's amazing that that's one of those fields, there's so many different things you can do. And even now that I'm not really working as a nurse, like I make all these nurse jackets, nurse apparel stuff, so I kind of feel like I'm still almost in it a little bit. Still have my roots there. See you later, Michelle. Yeah, Barbara, I worked at a really small, like, rural hospital, so, I mean, we didn't get trauma every once in a while, but it was so hit or miss what you dealt with on a daily basis. It wasn't just like in a city where you get constant trauma and true ER stuff. I mean, we dealt with everything. I mean, people used it as their doctor's office, to be honest. And it was kind of frustrating. You know, one room you have someone that's actually should be in the emergency room, and the other person next door is there for a sore throat. But people gotta do what they gotta do. They don't have a doctor, so thankfully we have a lot more like walk-in clinics in this area now, so I don't feel like it's maybe used that much like that anymore, hopefully. That was 10 years ago, so. Got one shirt completely finished. Stitch Lab, yes, it was super competitive where I went. I actually had my, so I actually have 2 bachelor's degrees. My first one is like a pre-med degree, it's a biology degree. I knew I wanted to do some sort of health profession, I just didn't know what. And I actually like started the process to apply to medical school, and then the more I thought about it, I didn't want to do that. Like, and I had no clue that I would be doing this someday, but I knew I wanted something with a little bit more freedom where I could walk away from a career once I had kids, so I chose not to do that, and I ended up going and getting a second bachelor's degree in nursing, and that was super competitive to get into. Yes, Barbara, that golden hour. That's kind of the situation of where I was working too. I mean, I would say the furthest was like 45 minutes from the ER, but I mean, we were a very basic hospital, so anything serious was they'd send out on a helicopter, which then by the time they get to us and then got to the next level of hospital, it was past that hour mark. Bonnie, yeah, you were a 911 dispatcher. I heard that is super stressful. Like, doing this can be stressful, but I feel like some of those jobs, like in the medical field, they're just a whole nother level of stress. Definitely thankful I found this line of work, and I've been very lucky to do well with it. That's ready. a jacket, so I'll be right back. It came in yesterday and I accidentally took it upstairs with our mail. Jacket. This one was supposed to ship out, oh my goodness, May 18th. But I've updated the customer, I updated the estimated ship date, and the jacket just arrived yesterday. Had so many issues with back orders. Had to cancel so many orders. And honestly, that's probably affecting my lack of orders right now, how slow things are. Is they go in to order something and they can't get anything in their size or the color they want. So I try to mark them as out of stock so they're not ordering something that I can't get in. Ivani, yeah, I'm sure those, even the short time I worked in the ER, there's just a couple things that have stuck with me that are not the best. All right, going to lunch. All right, see you later, Ivani. It's nice to have you here. Hi, is it Jack? Is it Jackie? Am I saying that right? Welcome. Amanda, your fiance's a nurse? Yes, that's good. It's a good job. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm definitely, I was burnt out by the time I left. And this I can kind of do at my own pace for the most part. I can go find this file. Sorry, I had to switch those, or transfer designs. My plugins over there. Got another shirt done. And this one's, it's crazy. It's like the old design day. This is one that I've made, honestly, from when I was like first starting out. It's so super, it's nothing new. These all have been in my shop forever. Even the dinosaur one, yeah. And even that Big Brother one, it's one I made myself years and years ago. It's crazy that that's all I'm doing today is old shirts. Or old designs, I guess. Thank you. Oh, which one are you guys talking about? The Watch Out Boys? Yes, I used to sell so many shirts like this way back when I first started, and I don't really sell a lot now just because I think there's a lot of like sublimation and vinyl type designs like this, or like with the same theme. I think that sell probably over an embroidered one just because of price point. But yeah, I'm always a little surprised when those old ones sell. But that's why I keep them in my shop. You never know. Hi, Sarah Ann Creations. Welcome. They all always end at the same time, no matter what. One of these jackets done. I said this is the one that's been on back order forever, so definitely want to get it finished and shipped. Donna, you're saving up for your multi-needle? Good luck. They're worth it once you get to that point, for sure. The amount of how much more productive and how much more you can make in the same amount of time is well worth it. See you, Liz. The children beckon. I'm surprised mine's not beckoning yet. Have a good rest of your day. Diane, you've heard Etsy is charging a lot more. Have you thought about getting your own website? Yes, and I've actually had one in the past, but unless you're driving your own traffic, it's really tough to get orders on your own website. It's definitely something, it's on my list for this summer while I'm not as busy during the summer months to get that up and going again. I think I have more of a customer base now that it would work out and be worthwhile to have one. But in the past, I was like paying just a monthly fee and getting 0 orders. So, and I don't think Etsy's really charging a lot more. The only thing I don't like that they're charging more for is those offsite ads. I do enough business yearly in my shop where I can't opt out of those. So when they take like, I don't know what the exact percent is, like 12% on top of the regular, I don't like those. But cost of doing business with them, I guess. Is it Katrina? How much is a multi-needle machine? probably find certain brands 6,000 to 7,000, all the way up to like 15,000. It depends on what kind you get, what brand, what size. If you want just more of a home-based one like this, or you want a true commercial, I've been very fortunate. I've gotten pretty good deals on all three of these machines, and that is probably the only reason I've stuck with the more home machines versus going commercial. Is I've kind of landed on a couple good deals. So I bought my first 6 needle as a pre-owned one. It was, I don't remember if it was this exact 6 needle or if it was the other one. At one point I had 2 of them that were identical. I don't remember which one's which though. But I paid like $4,000 or $4,500 used from a brother dealer, and it came with like a year warranty and just the basic stuff with it. And I used that for quite a while. I got another one just like it from them for like $3,500. But they are super old, but they still work great. And then I ended up trading one of those. I don't remember which one. It was the first or second one for the 10 needle. And one of my 10 needles was the floor model at the brother dealership, so I got it at a good price. And then the other one was used. Someone had owned it for like 2 or 3 years, and it had 36 hours on it, so it had barely been touched. So I got that one at a really, really, really good price compared to now. That's good to know, Dawn. Genoa. I've heard so many mixed things about them. I've been kind of nervous to try those. The other reason I've stuck with the brother line of machines, or Baby Lock, I guess would be the same, is I already have everything for them. I already have all the hoops. I have the whole setup. I have everything I need. Whereas if I went with a commercial machine, I'd be needing to get new of all of that, which is not a big deal, but it's just one of those little things to think about when you're getting a new machine. You bought your Advance for $12,000, including a lot of freebies, warranties, and customer service. Yeah, I'm definitely doing a lot of research right now, kind of seeing what everyone's preferences are on theirs, like more commercial machines. I know a lot of people have gotten different machines here lately, so I'm kind of waiting and watching, and I don't know what I'm going to get next. If I fall into the right deal, I'll probably get another brother Baby Lock, but I don't know that I'm going and looking for those. My preference would be to go to a more commercial machine next time. Karen, yes, exactly. The new brother's around $13,000, and you lucked out and got a 6 needle for $6,000. That was kind of my situation. There was absolutely no way I could afford a new one. The first machine I got, I mean, I was single. I was a ton of student loans I was paying on. Even the payment on that was doable, but I had to keep my Etsy shop going to pay for it for sure. So, but now they're all paid off. Going forward, depends on what I buy. I might finance, or I might try to pay for it out of from my business, like from my profits. Barbara, you also have a dual head, but you would have got 3 single heads. Yeah, I don't foresee myself getting a multi-head. I don't do logo work, so, or not the type where I'd be doing multiple of the same thing enough to make a dual head or multi-head work for me. Yeah, Karen, no. Especially for what you get at $13,000 with the brothers, it's a little outrageous. Especially knowing now that you could get so much more for the same price or less. I wish Brother would go back to doing a commercial machine. They used to make them, and I really wish they would up their game and get back into the competition a little bit more. Because I really do love the Brother machines. It doesn't make sense with the volume of work I'm doing. Here's this one, finished correctly this time. This person actually asked me to change how the text read on it, so it's a little bit different than how I normally do it. Yeah, Shayna, you have baby lock, right? I said if I get the right deal, I might do another brother. I don't have baby lock, but I might do a brother baby lock, but I know what my local brother or baby lock dealer sells their 6 and 10 needles for, and there's no way. I don't think they sell like hardly any 6 and 10 needles. They're not like a volume dealer, so the price they have theirs listed for is just way out of reason. Really, Shayna, that is not the case where I'm at. They're like thousands and thousands more for the baby lock. Yes, Jackie, I do love my brothers. Like I said, I need a commercial machine for the volume of orders I do, but I love these machines. But I do want something that's faster. I do want something that can stitch faster too. Oh, and it has a bigger stitch field. That's what I was saying. I get so many requests for like jacket backs, and I can do some, but I have to be very careful about the design. It's that 8-inch or 7 7/8 like stitch field this way. That's just not big enough, in my opinion, for jacket backs. Seriously, I wish Brother would up their game and get back in the commercial embroidery business, because I would stick with them otherwise. Watching that buy company, I'm not ruling that out, but the long-term support and availability of parts makes me nervous just because they're new. The price is great though. I'm looking at SWF, like the true commercial SWF, not the Box 12. I'm looking at Happy machines, Happy Japan. Velcro's on the list. I'm not really sure about them. I kind of like some of the other ones. I'm looking at Tajima. And then, what's the other big? ZSK. Those are probably my top 4 right now. Or is that 5? I don't know. 4, 5. Yes, Amber, how are you liking yours? I've heard kind of mixed reviews on that. The MAS 12, that's what it is, right? That you have. So I'm super excited to see how you like yours. They have I think it's a 15 needle though. At a big commercial dealer. It's only like 3 hours for me. So I'm considering going to the next step up because I don't feel like that one, the 12 needle, has much bigger of a stitch area than I have now. I think that was my other limiting factor on that one. But I'm definitely curious to watch how you like it. Yes, I should go test drive them. But it's one of those things, it's like I don't want to go and do all that until I'm ready. And I don't think I'm ready to buy yet, so. Like I said, I don't, kind of in that place, it's like, do I just go for it and finance it, or do I wait until I have enough saved up specifically for that machine? I'm kind of torn. I financed all my previous ones, but we're trying not to finance or, you know, borrow. We're trying to pay everything out of pocket. So, yeah, 15 needle. It just, there's so much bigger stitch area. That's the real thing for me. Looks like my little girl's starting to wake up, so I probably won't be on much longer. Laid this white shirt down on my counters, and I had that fleece hoodie over here earlier. It gets all sorts of like lint. I battle that every day. Carhartt. I've done a Carhartt jackets on these machines, but of course it was like a wide but not very deep design, so it worked. But yeah, to do stuff like that, you definitely need a more commercial machine. Beekeeper suits, that's kind of cool. You do full jacket backs. Yeah, I get so many requests for those, and I hate turning customers away, but at the same time, I'm not going to take something that I can't do well. And these machines are not made for that. They don't have enough stitch depth, like the depth in the field. Bye, Jackie. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, March. You worked for the largest beekeeping supplier. That's kind of cool. That's kind of a fun field. The company contracts you to embroider the bee suits. That's fun. That's kind of one of those interesting things. Like I was a nurse, and now I do tons of nurse stuff and have contracts with, I don't really have contracts, but a lot of contacts through that still. It's amazing how we can use our previous line of work to kind of aid in our current embroidery, our current business. That is not set up. machine that fits best for you. We all have different requirements. That's very true. I see a lot of people getting other brand machines, and that's part of why I'm not rushing it. I'm trying to watch and learn and do a lot of research before I buy another brand. I just don't want to run into issues. And then I guess the other big factor for me is going to be servicing. I know a lot of them are service yourself, but I don't want to get into a situation where it's something that needs repaired and it's not something I can do. I need to be able to get a tech in where I'm located, and being in a rural area, like hours away from, you know, a big city. I mean, I've been looking and kind of just factoring that in, I guess, into my decision. You know, if I could get someone out to service it if I would need it at some point in the future. Actually, there's two, the SWF and excuse me, ZSK. I live within a decent distance of their like main headquarters, so that's a definite bonus with them. Yes, Barb, very important. Like I said, there's no one local, I know that. I tried to have my machine serviced at the local baby lock dealer that's only like 30 miles from me. I let him service my super old machine, and I'm not saying he did a bad job. He admitted he'd never done them before, and that he had to call like headquarters, baby lock headquarters, to like walk him through how to do it. So I'd only gave him my old 6 needle to kind of test the waters, and it was okay when it came back, but I still had to do like all the manual adjustments and stuff myself. So I drive 2.5 hours, it's like 100 miles, to have my machine serviced. It's the dealership machine's at. So, and I feel like I'm going to be in that same situation no matter what machine I get. I'm going to be probably 3 hours from the closest service person. So I'm researching. I'm undecided on when I'm going to get a fourth. I want a fourth. I could use a fourth, but I don't know yet. We'll have to see how a lot of things go this year. Just doing lots and lots of research right now. Definitely trying to use this slow time to make new things, get things ramped back up for fall, and also do a lot of research. So my little girl's starting to wake up from her nap, so I'm not going to be on too much longer. I'm wanting to get this shirt fully going, though, before I jump off and go get her. She's, like I said, just waking up. She's not fully up yet. So, yes, it's very slow right now. But, like I said, I've been on Etsy for 10 years, and I think it's one of those things, I knew it was coming, but the past 2 years, I was closed 2 years ago in May for like a long vacation, and then last year I was just coming back in May from like my maternity leave, so things were slow the past couple of years this time of year anyways. But if I go back and look at my stats for the past 10 years, my slowest months are always like starting mid-May, like my orders just drop off, and then it's real slow until mid-July, and it starts picking up, and then by September I'm pulling my hair out again. It's glitter HTV. So what I'm going to do is, after I get the center of this 9 cut out, I'm actually going to take it over, and I like to iron this down before the satin stitch runs. I feel like if you heat press it after the satin stitch runs, you're not getting it adhered well. Because that satin stitch kind of raises up where you're pressing. And I don't want to risk it like pulling away from the stitching. So I do take the time to trim it out and iron it. See you later, Diane. Aqua Bloom, yes. It's a great time of the year to be doing... Everyone thinks I'm always crazy, but I'm always starting to stitch like Halloween and fall in May and June. And definitely Christmas too, if you can get a start on it. Sam, Melco comes to you. Yeah. That would definitely be a benefit, but again, I'm still like 3 to 4 hours away from like a big city, so there'd still have to be someone close to me. I don't want to get into a situation where I need a repair and I can't get it, or have to wait a long time. I've been very fortunate with these Brother machines. I really haven't needed a lot, but they do drive any distance. That's good to know. Do they come from like headquarters out in, what is it, Colorado? Yes, Barb, if I don't do fall holidays and Christmas now, I will never get them done. I just don't add new stuff if I don't do them now. They have a few techs in each state. Yeah, I looked up the techs, and there's, like I said, it's probably like 3 to 4 hours away from me. Which, if they're willing to drive that, that's great. But it's definitely something I'd probably reach out to those techs that are on the list I found and make sure that they're, you know, still in business and still available before I buy something. Barbara, I'm a last minute shopper. More because I do this and I'm so busy in December, like by the time I get a chance to shop, it's like the week before Christmas. It drives me crazy. I'm more of a planner. I'd rather do it ahead of time, which means I should be like shopping now, but I'm not. Peanut Butter Baby Designs. You love your Blue Sky 15 needle for under 9,000. I've heard of those. Honestly, I haven't looked. That's one I haven't really looked into. So I'm glad to hear that you like it, though. Aqua Bloom or Zoa, do I offer anything other than t-shirts for Christmas? I have in the past, but I haven't the past couple years. And honestly, I don't sell a lot of holiday themed stuff. But I also find the more I actually make and offer, then obviously the more orders I get for it. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not very mechanical. Now, if there's a YouTube video on it, I can follow it along. Like, I've actually done repairs on these machines that I probably should have taken to the dealer. He's probably not going to be happy to hear that I did them myself, but oh well. I just can't afford to take it 2.5 hours away and not know when I'm, you know, getting it back. So, if it's minor, I repair these myself anyways. Yeah, see, Beth, that's what I'm worried about. And then seeing Pam at Sterling Styles have problems getting a tech in, it's just one of those, it's like, you know, I could see myself getting into that type of situation too, just because, you know, if there's 2 techs within a driving distance and you can't get either hold of them or get them to come out in a reasonable time, what do you do? So her experience has definitely like left me a little leery on just making sure that there's a tech somewhat close that can work on the machines that actually would be available if and when I need it. I'd say, like, my nurse and monogram shop, like, a lot of people use those as gifts, so I think that's why I get super busy around Christmas too. Like, but t-shirts themselves, like kids t-shirts, I don't do a ton of holiday stuff. I used to. But I think there's just... Uh-oh. Sorry, I hope you guys can hear me. My phone's going off. Well, I'm going to have to let you guys go. My daughter's up and my phone's about ready to die too. I forgot to plug it in. So, thank you all so much for joining me today. I appreciate it, and I'm hoping to make an announcement about a giveaway very soon. I want to iron out what day I can do that next week first, but it should be next week, maybe the week after at the latest. Thank you so much. My first super chat. Thank you again. Thanks again, guys. I hope you have a good day. Thanks for joining me, keeping me motivated and working. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.